Good morning. The narcissist's shared fantasy is a space around the narcissist. And they don't ask you whether you want to participate in their playbook because they are delusional and they believe what role they have and they believe they know the roles of all the introjects around them. So they internalize you as an object and you have to play a role. And as long as you interact with a narcissist and give them attention, whatever kind of attention, you are agreeing to the narcissistic shared fantasy. And to agree to this fantasy means to sacrifice your livelihood for the black hole that the narcissist is. They consume the livelihood of other people. It means that as long as you interact with a narcissist, even if you create boundaries, you call them out publicly, you confront them, all of this is attention. So the most perverted narcissists, the covert narcissists, even take this as a form of supply. And when they create teams, packs, they can also extract from this dynamic because the observing the narcissist that observes the perverted narcissist that receives this negative attention can entertain and arouse a second narcissist that enjoys this perverted drama, what they conjure up, the suffering of other people. So as long as you interact with them, you supply them. You sacrifice your livelihood, your identity, for the lack of identity and livelihood of the narcissist. Yeah, this is why I say it's human sacrifice, a cult based on human sacrifice. The sacrifice began with the narcissist sacrificing his or her true self, and therefore they need other people to sacrifice to them. The only way to get away from this, therefore, is to quarantine the narcissists and go real no contact. And this is not the healing. The healing begins just after that. But today, I have another message for you. I have something positive, and the message is to be thankful. To be thankful and feel gratitude is a very good antidote and a method to have and find back to positive attitude and emotions, even though the narcissist has done all kinds of things to you. When we understand that our body consists out of 17 billion cells, some of them having an RNA, like the mitochondria have a bacteria RNA, when we understand that there is millions of bacteria in our body that is not part of our own cells even. They develop and live there and they serve us. They are part of our ecosystem. And in total, we have 17 billion cells. And if we would not have a guiding, governing, ordering principle over all of that, and we would not supply them, they could not live. So we are a one-man business, a one-man project. one-woman project. Each of you is a soldier. Man or woman, you're a soldier. You have a soul. And you have a mission. And you have 17 billion cells to supply. Maybe it's millions. I don't know. Doesn't matter. A huge amount of cells. And if you would not be able to have a fantasy concept, you could not supply these cells. Your fantasy concept is, I am. I am what I am. I am what he says I am. Okay? Yeah. And sometimes you can be aggressive to protect your 17 million cells that live only because you have a fantasy. Isn't that fantastic? Isn't life a fantastic concept? And because you have the concept, it comes very natural to you to say, I am, and I know what I am, I know where I come from, I have a mother and a father. I have a unique mother and a father, and nobody else has the same mother and father except of my brother or my sister. Anyway, it's a simplified version of identity that a person that I know from YouTube uses, Maharishka, to give a person a minimum identity. It's to say, I am Julian, son of name of mother. You can say the name of your mother. You know, I am this person, the son of this mother. This is a minimum identity. It's not a grandiose concept. It's not an inflated identity, but it gives you a basic identity that nobody can take away from you. And you can be thankful for that. You started as 2 cells, 1 cell from your father, 1 cell from your mother. And now you're 17 million, I think it's 17 million. We have to fact check that. And only these cells can live because you have the fantastic concept of I am. And it comes naturally. You know who you are. You're a soldier. Yes, man, give thanks. Give thanks for life. Give thanks for your consciousness. Give thanks for all the processes happening each and every morning. You see the sun rising all by herself. In fact, the earth is turning, and that gives you the impression that the sun is rising. The sun is on a journey through space. The sun is on a journey towards Andromeda galaxy, and the whole Milky Way is on a journey. We are part of the Milky Way, and the sun is on a journey. We're not turning around anything except of maybe a big black hole in the center of the galaxy. The Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Everything is life. Everything has beginning and end. Everything is looped. And we're on a journey. The sun is traveling through space. It's not stationary. And planets circle her and follow her on this journey into the unknown. And life itself is a principle that has stabilized Mother Earth. Life has created better conditions for life. So the fungi were the first that went on land and made the rocks, the pure rocks, fertile. They started to create soil, your soldier, the soul of the planet. And then other algae, and in combination with further fungi, built a symbiotic life form and started to inhabit Earth. And each life form created a better circumstance for life and stabilize life. Therefore, we have a lot of life forms today. Without them, the ecosystem would get much worse, less stable. We have so many rhythms, life rhythms. It's almost like libido, is almost sexual. There is a lot of life forms that replicate sexual, that invest a lot of energy in sexual reproduction. And we have cycles like the moon cycle, the tidal locking. We have life forms. If these life forms die, hundreds, if not thousands of other life forms also die. That's like if our body dies, all the bacteria and further life forms that are connected to our body also die. But we hold it together with the conscious concept of I, and we have the ability to fantasize and plan. We can do benevolent fantasies that help us to plan, to make future plans. We have the ability to protect ourselves. We have healthy aggression. And we should be very thankful for all this heavenly glory playing out each and every day outside of us in the external reality of the world that is also a life form. The world itself is life. Okay, everything lives. You know what I'm saying? All of this happens for life. So we should be very thankful for that. We should be thankful that we can understand the parasite, that we can outsmart the parasite, because we can't see the parasite. Parasites are small and are designed by nature to harness our energy and life force. But because we can outsmart them and we understand hygiene, we are not stupidly looking at a superficial level of cleanness. You know, a clean surface is not a hygienic surface. We understand hygiene. It's a concept that is serving nothing else but to assert authority and dominance of intelligence over the parasite. This is all what hygiene is. Superficial, clean surfaces is a narcissistic concept of creating an outside image. But real hygiene is completely different from that. You will know this when you live in a narcissistic family cult. Right, I reach my destination. I want to tell all of you, stay healthy, hygienic, psycho-hygienic, and give thanks and praises to the Most High. Be thankful for every little thing. Because every little action, there's a reaction.